When you think about BBL procedures, we automatically think of IG models or female rappers like Erica Banks, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, or Meg Thee Stallion. We automatically believe that these women who want such procedures want to get clout and gain a following by basically twerking online to get some money and to live a soft life. And that is true of certain people, but it isn't true for all. There are some women out there who just want a makeover, to feel sexy again, to feel good again, and to feel beautiful. Maybe they gained some weight, maybe they had kids, and they probably don't believe that they have enough time to go to the gym to get themselves right. So they turn to surgery to make everything okay. But there's a problem. You see, surgeries in most developed countries cost a lot of money and may not be covered by your health insurance. So people have to take the risk to get such surgeries done, and they will look for other places: the Dominican Republic, Mexico, and Turkey. And that is the case with this lovely lady, Kaydell Brown. She was a single mother from the UK with 2 lovely children, and she saved a lot of money, 5,400 British pounds, which is equivalent to $7,137.45. That was her way of giving herself a gift for her 38th birthday, in which she had 4 days ago to get a Brazilian butt lift, a tummy tuck, and a breast augmentation. Well, but there is one issue. She needs to fly to Turkey to get this done at a particular hospital or clinic called the Clinic Expert in Istanbul. She takes the flight along with her sister with moral support. Unfortunately, this happens.
Happy birthday to you.
This was Kaydell Brown's final birthday. She died 4 days after this celebration. A hard-working single mum of 2 who'd hoped cosmetic surgery would boost her self-confidence. And so with her sister Leanne, she travelled to Turkey for a so-called mummy MOT, but never came home.
For her, we're going to get her life back. So she just wanted to get there and have it done and get her old self back. That's all it was for her.
The sisters were enticed by a cut-price deal for flights, hotels, liposuction, a tummy tuck and a Brazilian butt lift. They chose a surgery called Clinic Expert, which bombarded them with looks they could achieve, repeatedly offering discounted extras. Leanne spoke to us alongside their other sister, Siobhan.
When you go in and you're paying, they're your best friends and they'll help you with anything, but once something goes wrong, it's
Left to yourself.
Goodbye.
And for Kaydell, something did go catastrophically wrong just hours after she took this picture.
I'd asked a few times how long she was going to be, and they just kept saying she's coming, and then I got a knock on the door and 3 people walked in and just said, "Can you come with us, please?" It just started trying to say, there's complications of surgery, and I just said, "As my sister died?" And he just said, "I'm sorry, but yeah."
But that's not all. The worst is yet to come.
Leanne was refused access to Kaydell's body. When it was finally returned to the UK, more devastating news was to come. To their horror, a coroner here told them that large parts of Kaydell's organs, including her brain and heart, had been removed.
When they returned her body, they'd kept pieces of her heart and her intestines.
How hard was that to hear?
Baby, I don't think it was allowed, but they said it's legal. They can take what they want. I thought you'd have to ask at least permission from family before you took anything, but...
They sent a death certificate straight away and just put no, there's not even a cause of death.
The woman is missing several organs, brain, other things, and it's completely legal, although the Turkish government is lying about this. But then the same particular news reporters decided that they wanted to talk to a sales rep and pretend to want to get a consultation themselves.
Using an ITV News undercover reporter, we held a consultation with a telesales agent at the clinic.
I'm just looking to get more information on the mummy makeover.
as you can see, I'm just all a bit, I really want to go ahead with it. I've been thinking about it for a while, but you hear all these stories about things going wrong.
No, miss, we had performed a tummy tuck procedure, every day, at least 6 or 7 cases.
We have confirmed 2 deaths at the clinic since 2011. Figures not disclosed during our recording.
What's the worst thing that can happen with this, and has anyone ever died?
I can truly say that I never ever faced of this kind of serious experience in my entire career.
And there is the sales rep lying, trying to get them to do the same thing. Although this particular clinic expert has experienced multiple deaths in the last few years. Her sister Leanne called this a pop-up butcher shop. Now, this isn't the first time that someone has went overseas and got a BBL procedure and it didn't end up going well. This particular lady's gonna say the unthinkable about what happened to her friend.
She had lipo and she had a tummy tuck, and then she has a physical, right? And the doctor tells her, hey, we just got your blood results. Why is your kidney count low? So then the doctor says, have you had any surgeries? Have you had any surgeries in the last year? Yes, I've had tummy tuck, I've had BBL, all of these things. So she has a CAT scan done. And during a CAT scan, it shows up. She only has 1 kidney. So down in DR, this bot organ selling doctor took one of her kidneys. She thought she was getting the steal of her life. She was like, $3,500 for all that. Yes, sign me up. Little did she know that the doctor was actually selling her kidney. I don't know how much kidneys go on the black market, but I know it's way more than $3,500. Please just don't get a BBL. Like, if you can avoid it, please don't get it. And if you do want to have a bigger butt or and whatever it is, go to a doctor that you know is good. If this doctor is only charging you $2,000, $1,000, $3,500, that is not a good doctor.
Oh yeah, the friend is missing a kidney. They didn't even tell her. But something is interesting, guys. Whenever I see these deaths, it is very rare that I see white women or Asian women dying from BBLs. It is always women of color or black women. Even Dr. Anthony Yuan, who's a plastic surgeon, says the same thing.
Literally 1 in 3,000 women who undergo this surgery die from it.
And these are healthy pre-screened women. So these aren't
healthy, these are young women,
folks.
and often they're young women of color.
So I want to get into that because, why is it that these women have that sort of low self-esteem that they feel like they need to get a BBL? And who are they trying to get into their lives? That's kind of what I want to know. The women who are suffering through this, let's just remove the women of color. It is black women, all right? Black women are dying worldwide from these procedures, and people are stealing their organs. Here is what I want to suggest to you, and unfortunately, this can happen in the United States. We saw what happened with Jackie O when she went to Miami. She died from a Miami makeover, but here are some suggestions I would make. If you're gonna get such a life-threatening procedure, you better do it in the United States. You don't wanna risk your life going to Mexico, Istanbul, Turkey, or the DR with doctors who might not have the training or the skills to give you what you need. You do not want to, get a bargain deal on such a surgery and then end up dead and then having your organs removed, possibly, all right? Especially when you're dealing with another country. At least in the United States, you might be able to sue somebody if something like that happens, but you definitely not going to be able to sue anybody in Turkey or the DR or Mexico. If you feel like you need to do something like this, please do it in the United States or work on yourself. Do it the hard way, work on your health, forego getting a bigger booty or a breast augmentation and just kind of deal with what God gave you. All right. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shirley Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.